earth of Edomites, the elite Edomites, who think, some of the elite Edomites who think that wisdom is actually the spirit of female spirit on the earth. They call it the Shekinah. The female, this is all a bullshit myth that they go to. They think that the Shekinah is the female aspect of the Most High, that wisdom spirit of the Most High, and it's female. In the Greek, what's the name for wisdom is Sophia, which is a feminine name. So they take all that stuff and apply it to wisdom actually being a woman, but it's not actually a woman, it's how you deal with it as a woman. But that's wisdom knowing that. They take that idea of wisdom being a woman, and you see those so-called Jews, those gutter rats over there on that Wailing Wall, making that motion back and forth called davening. Why are they doing that? When you see it, you look at them, you're like, what the hell are they doing? Some people, oh, they praying, but they're not actually praying. It's called davening. And what are they doing? They're making love to that feminine spirit of wisdom. And they take the prayers, or I think it's prayers, rolled up on a little piece of paper and put it in them little cracks in the wall. All a bunch of bullshit. I'm not gonna go too far into it, but that's what they believe. But we understand through the Most High's wisdom and knowledge that wisdom is related to a woman because of how you have to deal with it. And that's beautiful, because you must have wisdom. You must understand it. You must suck with it, because it's gonna keep working with you and dealing with you, and you'll grow more and more into the knowledge of the truth.
And this breaks it down straight to the point of where brother saying one ended, verse 9. She shall give to thine head an ornament of grace, a crown of glory, and she shall deliver thee.
And they think that that's really a woman's spirit that's going to do that. No, that's the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's knowledge and truth working with you. And you'll get that crown of glory because you're walking in the way of truth. And that's speaking to the Lord's elect, who are from his nation of Israel. Not just any nation, not just anybody. The Lord's elect. The Lord's chosen, his anointed, that 1/3 and the elect. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
That's it on that.
Kind, you go back into second one.
Yeah, hit that. We'll end on that. Did you have a precept, brother?
I mean, yeah.
Okay. You got one or you don't?
I got one off the point that you just made.
If you have one, go ahead. I can't hear you.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 41, verse 8. It says, woe be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law.
Once again, that word woe, death. You know what? Throw that word death in there and read that.
Death be unto you, ungodly men, which have forsaken the law of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For if you increase, it shall be to your destruction.
That's it. Yeah, you might go in the way of the wicked, and you may increase, but all that is to your destruction, like the scripture says. And we replace that word woe with death. Now, as we read it, the word woe is there. We're not trying to change the Bible.
Yeah,
just for these people, I wanted the people behind to hear that clearly. Death to you who take the ideas of truth and make it into something of your own.
Well, let me continue.
Go ahead.
It says, and if you be born, you shall be born to a curse. If you die, and if you die, a curse shall be your portion.
That is the way that it works. In truth. If you want the truth of the matter, that's it. Now, if it applies to you and you're hurt by it, that's for you. You fit that description.
Oh, like, yeah.
If you read that and you say, Khan, that's right, then you in the right spirit. But if you hear that and you saying, fuck that, man, that ain't right, you can come at me all you want to. I'm gonna break down the scriptures the way the scriptures are supposed to be broken down. And that's you're gonna have to hear it that way for you to be able to apply it to your life in truth. We're putting ourselves in danger to be able to give the elect that knowledge and truth. That's what we're here for, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. The water. Yeah, jump back in there and we'll wrap it up on this.
This is continuing in 2nd Ezra chapter 15, continuing at verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
And that's just about what's going on right now. The elites must contrive all these situations so that in game, so that the prophecies can come to pass. It's not the elites that run the world, it's the Most High that runs the world.
That's
The
right.
Most High has put the spirit on these elites to contrive all these events. The prophecies come to pass. Long story short, the elect are beamed up and the kingdom is here. But all these things have to come to pass. The sedition and all these things, a man trying to go into a city and not being able to. All the elect are going to contrive all these things. So keep reading on that.
God, I mean, and my whole thing is, how you going to say the Lord don't control what goes on here? We've been prophesying. As we continue to come out here and prophesy what's going on, it's obviously showing you someone is in control. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men
Because
shall...
of your pride, because you went away from the truth. You went away from the true wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You're going to have to go through all these things. But hey, it's rightfully so. You wanted to have it your way. This is your way. When you want to live in that YOLO mantra, this is the way the world works. One man, not, okay, when you understand that you're not supposed to kill one another, where do you get that from? You get that from the knowledge, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. That is there because you can't just be walking around killing each other. He gets a new car, you want the car, you go kill it. Somebody else sees you with the car, that's not the way the world is supposed to be. But you want to have it your way, and that's what happens. That everything is subject to a human saying, I am God. And since I am God, I control my destiny. I'm taking whatever I want. That's how you live. That when you break down these new age philosophies, new world order philosophies, that's what it is. Go ahead.
A man, Salakia, continuing with verse 18, for because of their pride, cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Men shall be afraid, and men are afraid now. That's why they're doing the things that they're doing.
God,
Marching around with guns because you're scared.
that's right.
Go ahead, you want to say something?
Hey, a perfect good example of that. Man, this so-called Edomite man that was out there live on Vice, everything. He knew he was getting arrested. He was crying on television. You saw these so-called Negroes on television crying about what the hell is going on and all this other stuff. These are not real men. But that's giving you an example of how low down the men have become too. How far down they have become, man. These men are so feminine and so damn soft. And y'all still arguing over whether a statue should be up or not. Who the hell cares? If I ask any of these people right now, should one of these Confederate statues out here come down, they wouldn't even know the history behind it.
And they don't care. And they could care less whether Robert E. Lee's statue is up or down.
God,
Niggas don't care about that stuff. All that stuff is being put into your mind. You're being prodded and poked to be angry. You're not walking around angry. You're walking around worried about when the McRib is coming out. You're walking around worried about the next set of retro Jordans is coming out. The next season of Power. Man, that's, I wonder what's going to happen. You worried about all that stuff. You ain't worried about a Robert E. Lee statue. All that stuff was put into your mind.
God, not only that, once again, the illusion that's being cast over here, y'all don't even realize a lot of these people getting paid to come out here to do this stuff, man. They trying
because
to get
you're not going to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're worried about the next season of Power. You're not worried about the march, the neo-Nazi march. You ain't worried about that. The neo-Nazis are the same way as you dumbass Negroes, Spix and Uncle Tomahawks. Not worried about that shit. You worried about going mudding next weekend. You worried about stacking up all your guns. You ain't worried about niggas and all that stuff. It's the same way. All this stuff is being contrived in the same manner. It's like,
God, no, because his brother pointed out too, man. It's like, look at this, man. People was leaving from museums and all kinds of stuff as we were coming down here. Ain't nobody thinking about no dang on protests, no riots popping off, no nothing. Why do you think by our faith, our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the word, man, why we came out here? Man, it's just too obvious, man.
All that stuff is being contrived and put into these people's minds. Now, I'm not saying that there is no hate going on out there. I'm not saying that at all. On a level, on the majority and the minority level, these people ain't worried about this shit. This stuff is being put on the news, placed into your mind strategically. Not because you're out here in the world protesting and standing up for your rights. All this stuff is being placed into your mind strategically. Because if it wasn't, you niggas would be, like I said, man, that McRib coming out, man. I'm ready, man.
Y'all ready
I'm
for
gonna
the
get mine with
food?
extra pickles, onions. You know what I'm doing? Making them. That's what's going on in your head.
Con, they ready for this football season, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. But don't get it twisted. We're not saying all this stuff is fake. This is all the will and power of Yahweh Shai, man. This is how this stuff is played out, man. Multiple times. They have shown you that throughout time and history. How do we keep these people entertained? How do we keep these people distracted? How do we keep this fear in them? This is the stuff we're telling you because it's been prophesied that it's going to play out this way.
And the Romans, what did they do? Start losing the handle of the situation.
God.
They were like, you know what we can do? Let's start killing the so-called Christians. Let's start killing them. That'll get everybody focused on this.
God.
As opposed to the Roman Empire crumbling.
Yeah.
So they take some of the so-called Christians, throw them in there with the lions. Everybody screaming, yeah, man, yeah. And that's causing them to unite against a certain group of people.
That's right.
Same thing is going on now. All through the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. Not because the so-called white man wants it, because the Most High wants it. The Most High is placing these thoughts into their minds. So that his agenda can be clear.
That's right. I mean, it's clear as day, man.
I know what you're about to get. Good precept, but we're going to read this and we're going to wrap it up.
Con. Verse 9.
Go ahead.
I was about to say verse 19.
But go ahead and read that.
Con, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread.
And that is what you're about to see. Finish that up.
And for great tribulation.
That is what you're about to see. People completely turning on each other. Now you think it's going to be directly white man against a black man. That's not true at all. If you're a man of understanding, you know that. You're going to have class wars in the sense of the rich against the poor. You're going to have sexist wars. Men against women, against transgender, against all this other shit. You're going to have all this stuff going to culminate into this place is going to be taken down. The chip is going to be ushered in, and Yahushua is going to come up and burn this bad boy down.
God, if only you understood what was going on currently in Venezuela. Them people digging through trash and everything. Don't think they not selling their kids off and all the other stuff too, right? That's the small stuff they're not telling you about. We told y'all about the simple examples like that went on in Haiti after that earthquake.
And
happened down there.
Yeah,
you good, bro.
And don't think that we care. We care about the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and those who are all about the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We don't care about the people that are down there eating each other, eating in trash cans. That's what it all comes down to when you go the way of the devil. When you turn your back on the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's what you're going to be doing. Eating out of trash cans, selling your kids, eating your kids.
Trying to plot a coup and still not understanding that the system does not work for you. It never did. This way of life never worked for you. This is why these devils came over here and took over the way you did, because all of you turned your backs on Yahweh Shai, man.
This is Job chapter 33 verse 15. So like I'm gonna start at 14. It says, for Yahweh speaketh once, yea twice, yet men perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumbering upon the beds.
Mm-hmm. That applies to me. That applies to those that are in prison. That applies to the elites. The elite of the elites. That applies to them. That's how the Most High deals with men. Finish it up.
It says, then he openeth the ears of men and sealeth their instruction.
So in that sleep, the elites, the Most High placed these thoughts into them. This is the Most High's agenda, not the so-called white man's agenda. The so-called white man says he wants to worship Satan. Satan looks at them like, well, I'm doing what the Most High told me to do, so you falling in line whether you want to or not, right?
God, because we proved it to you many a times, man, when we read Job, that Satan is doing the work of the Lord. Yeah. That's the biggest thing of all that a lot of you clowns truly don't understand. And we try to tell you about that balance, but the stuff gets too deep for a lot of you who can't comprehend that.
That's right. Hey, with that, the water, beautiful precepts that you brought out. With that, anything you want to add? Anything you want to say or add? With that, as usual, all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessing to the elect, that to America.
That to America.